Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Something fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Something fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Turn this room, turn it to emotion.
I thought he said he's got 2 hooks. I'm like, how is that possible?
Eyes closed, like we're dreaming, leaving them right now.
Yeah, oh, look at that beauty.
You and me just know how it feels when we're falling in love. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Something fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Something fake to me now.
Baby!
I wanna wake up with you.
Want me to get in there?
We can do nothing at all. So
Want me to get in the water?
So what? If you're stupid, then you know it's nothing wrong. You and me got a whole lot of meaning, I don't know how. You and me just know how it feels when we're falling in love. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Something fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Something fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning.
We're down here at the river. With Jason chilling over here. Looking for some spring Chinook. It's really, really hot. But we're gonna try. Trying a few different things. Dudes are throwing across each other and crossing lines. Brian.
Oh, we're not crossing lines.
I've seen that line cross.
Down in.
I've seen that line cross. Oh, and he just missed a fish. Oh, shit. What do you know? Well, we'll come back when we got some fish. We're definitely going to catch some fish today, so we'll be back. No touchy. No touchy. Look at the size of that fungus. I think you're sick, tree. Deep out in that hole. It's a good, almost perfectly. What is that, an 8-foot rod? 8'6", so I'm 8'6" to the bobber plus the leader length. That ought to float down there pretty much. Well, all right, guys, I tried to get the camera on, but you know, in the heat of the moment, it can be a little bit wild. But what happened was there was a fish sitting on the side, just right on the bank, right next to the trees. And I saw him, and I was working a buzz bomb. I flipped the buzz bomb out just a couple feet in front of his face, and he just immediately reacted, lunged forward, and just smashed that buzz bomb. I wish I would have got it on film because it was a really, really cool experience. And then he ran out here in the river, and it was like he hit this heavy tail out. I think a fish just jumped right behind me. He hit this heavy tail out, and it's like he went all the way down here in these heavy trees. Pan down there real quick. He went all the way down here in this heavy current down in the trees, and I'll be totally honest, I thought he was gone at that moment, but somehow I got him to turn around, got his nose turned, and he started working his way up this seam, come all the way up here by this log that I'm sitting on, and my buddy Brian behind the camera finally got him in a net. So he is a springer, so he's a little bit colored up because it's a larger fish, but it is a springer, and so I'm not too worried about it. There he is. This fish actually cut really, really well, and I'm really stoked about that. Definitely a good 28, 30 pound Chinook hatchery, as you can see. And he's got this crazy battle scar up here. It's like he must have brushed a boat, or I don't know. I wanted to say sea lion, but it's like almost just like rubbed off a little bit. So I think he might have brushed a rock or a boat or something. But subscribe for big old fish like that. We're gonna get back at it. We got a couple more hours to try to catch a couple more fish. Well, Brian, we're at a new spot, and you still are sucking it up, or what?
Yep. Still looking at it.
Jason's got something. A big old snag. Big old rock bass. Come on. This is Brian's big catch of the day. He caught a filleted salmon carcass among God knows how many rigs. He caught like 6 at the other spot too, so he's catching everything but the fish. Doubled up. Fish over here, fish over there. Oh God, watch them cross. And we got a second net coming out. They're bringing a net out. Doubled up. That one's bulldogging right there. He's got a minute, man. That fish is fucking running down river. Dude, what? You hurt a fucking whale? Watch your head, watch your head. Nice, I seen the chrome. That one's in the net.
Come on, man.
Do it. Just demolish that bead, bro. Hold that bad boy up. Nice work, my man. Yeah. Spring Chinook, baby. Spring Chinook. Yeah, let me see that one.
Let's get the double,
Let me see that one. Yeah. You guys both got to stand right next to each other. Look at that bad boy. Yeah.
There's hatch too?
Yeah, they're both hatcheries, man. Look at that. Spring Chinook. I should go grab mine.
Yeah, here's the pig, bro.
All right, guys. Well, our group didn't catch any more fish. As you've seen, we were with some other people. They caught a couple of fish. We're only going home with one today. You know, today Jason failed, and that doesn't happen very often, where I take a fish home and Jason doesn't. And so I'm kind of just soaking in this moment. I hope you're soaking it in with me. Hit that thumbs up if, you know, you think I'm a better fisherman than Jason. I'm just kidding. Make sure to subscribe, guys. Until next time, we will see you. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back for another live on In and On the Net Fishing. I see everybody in the comments. We've already been kind of chatting and everything. Always love you guys joining us. Look, I love to do this channel. I love to do live. I love to talk fishing. I love to go fishing, just like all of you. And that's why this is just the perfect space for all of us, right? Because, yeah, we're all like-minded. Anyways, check this out. So I'm sitting in the studio, okay? And look, I got the couch, but there's nobody in the couch right now. It's an empty couch. Oh my goodness. So you know what that means? That means we've got people that are going to join us remotely. So hold on, let's see here. Oh, let me see. So everybody, let's welcome our guest. In this case, it is guests. So first we're going to pull in Mr. Kurt from Godsend Adventures, and he's not even looking at us. Look at, he's in the bait lab. He's busy doing bait, stuffing things. And then we've also got the boys from over at Columbia River Plunkers. There they are right there. Check it out, guys. Look, I got a few banners here. We've got Kevin Page over there. He's the CEO. We've got Braden Page. He's the president. And then they also brought their buddy Nathan Davis, and he is the director of services. And that is right, guys. These guys are literally out there at the Columbia River right now. Really quick, I got a shout out to them here. Look, if you want to contact these guys, there's their email right there, columbiariverplunkers@gmail.com for any questions that you may have for those guys. You can also find them on their Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Okay, it's time to start talking fishing. What's going on out there, guys?
What's going on?
So where are you guys at?
We're out here in Rainier, Oregon on the Columbia River.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're doing some plunking, are you?
Yes, sir.
All right.
We're out here running some spinning glows today. Trying out some nice sherbet. We got some nice
Where'd you go?
little silver and green.
Juicy.
Oh yeah. And then you can't go wrong. But we got the orange.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong with the orange. I got orange around here somewhere. I was looking for it.
See, but the problem is all these sea lions out here.
Yeah, the sea
runs
lions,
crazy.
man. Kurt, what's going on with you?
I'm getting ready to make bait.
He's getting ready to make baits in this crazy look right here in this square. We talk about fishing, and then over in this square, the baits get made, and then right down into this square, they go out into the field and they go catch fish. That's how I like to see it.
Hey, are you guys using DuPont bait?
Say that
Are
again.
Are you using DuPont bait?
Here, I can make your mic a little louder.
Yeah.
He's asking if you're using DuPont baits.
No, today it's the spinning glows. We're using spinning glows, and we have our Washington coon shrimp today. That's what we're running today. We're running medium-sized prawns, and we tried to go whack us a springer, but no success so far today.
No success so far on the springers.
No.
Man.
So what is the risk? Hang on.
So we got the boys out there in the field, Columbia River Plunkers. The live stream here is basically told you that we are going to teach you. So here's what I want to do. Kevin, I just accidentally removed you from the stage. We don't want to do that. Kevin, you want to run down your setup that you got going on there? Show them how to set it up.
Yeah, let's run it down. Now, let me get over here real quick.
So first of all, what size rod are you running there?
Right here, I run short, a short rod, an 8.6. I mean, I like to have a fight, play them out, have that lots of action. I mean, but typically when I'm running for spring Chinook, I like to run a 10.6, a Kuma, and SST. I mean, you can't go wrong with those things.
I've got an SST myself.
Yep, I love them. I use the heavy, and about an 8-ounce lead to 6 ounce, depending on where you're at, depending on current, depending on rocky area. It all plays a factor in how I rig up. Now, on this setup, I got a bunch of sand out here. So I usually, if you guys can see, I run a 3-way swivel right on 50-pound braid. And I run it. So that's my first one, I'd say about 20 inches, 18 to 20 inches. I like to run short. Some people like to run long. It all depends on preferences, and how much the water's moving, and clarity and everything. I mean, it all plays a factor. And so this would be the first setup that I got. I run it to a 3-way down to a second 3-way. The bumper that I have in between, I usually run about 25 to 30 pound tests. And for the spinning clothes, I'll run about 25-pound tests, just in case you hook into a nice Chinook, you get a little bit more backbone. And then I'll run my leader length. When you run your leader lengths and your spinning glows, you never want it to end up interfering with your 3-ways. So I always run it just right down, give it probably about 3 inches away from each one, just so it doesn't tangle up when you're out there casting. And then the third one, I'll run straight down with a 6 to 7 to 8 inch bumper length. That I'll run a 30-pound bumper right to it with an 8-ounce to a 6-ounce. So,
Right. And I see there basically the weight is in the drop shot position, basically at the very bottom of the system, so that
correct. So you're going to want about 3 to 4 inches away from your bumper line. So that way you're not getting tangled up. And when you're sitting, it's sitting anchored in the sand. So where we are, it's a sandy, embankment. So it's sitting in the sand, and then these are floating up above. So that way it gives it at least a little bit more play.
So
and
now
here on the Columbia, we're allowed to run 3 spinning glows.
Okay.
But it has to be barbless on your hook. And I typically like to run a size 1 for any kind of bait that I'm running. And I'll go through the head, the body, straight to the head.
All right. So then I noticed that you have a triangle weight on there. So would that be because you are in the sand? If they were out and they were in a more rocky environment,
rocky environment, I typically will grab a sharp rock that has some weight to it, and I will tie about 6 to 8 ounce or 8-pound leader straight to the rock, and I'll still go that 6 to 8 inches by wrapping it around the rock. So when you cast it out in a rocky area, you have fish that will grab it, and it's easy to pop that rock off with your leader. And now you're just fighting the fish with your spinning gloves.
So you don't even use a weight
No.
in a rocky environment.
Nope.
There's a secret for you guys right there. The comments should be lighting up after that. That's like super pro tip. Take a rock from the area, wrap the leader around it just enough so that you can get it out there and pin it. And then when the old fish comes along, it just releases from it. That's genius. I love it.
Yes, sir.
All right. So then bait selection, I see that you got a coon shrimp on all 3 of those.
Yes, sir. We run our Washington coon shrimp or millennials, depending on preference. I mean, there's a lot of different kinds out there, guys. Or you could even go homemade. You got, I mean, the Ultimate Cure from Keith Archer's. That stuff works amazing out here on the Columbia River. I mean, if you guys want to make your own, that is the way to do it, guys. I mean, Keith Archer, I don't know what he did to that stuff, but I tell you what, that's us magic. Right. But yeah, right now, Washingtons are really great out here to run, especially for your springers that are coming in the winter fish. And you can also, what's great about, these coon shrimp is there's so many things that you could put on these when you're running it out there. You got the Addicted Chrome Blend. Great stuff. Love to use it. I mean, you have sand shrimp, like a whole bunch of baits that you could just put a gel on and attract these fish that are coming in to all these, fisheries. Like you got the Callets, you got the Lewis, you got everything.
Right.
And so it's great to get out there and definitely try, throwing some sense on it, especially if you're not getting, bit or anything like that. You always want to try something new and get out there and, bang a fish.
All right. So I want to say, too, for everyone that's watching, if you guys don't already know, these guys have a social media presence on Facebook and a forum. And these guys are trying to help you get into these fish. The setup that we just went through, it might seem a little bit complicated, but look, it's not that complicated when it's tied correctly. Plunking is a great opportunity to sit by the river and kind of just enjoy, especially in these spring environments where we can light a fire on the side of the river and just simply kick out the chair and just kind of hang out. We can set up the barbecue and cook something, but definitely an activity that can be enjoyed from all age ranges. A lot of salmon and steelhead fishing, sometimes you've got to get into scenarios where you're hiking down hills and through crazy stuff, and plunking, you can pull right up onto a nice bar, sit in the truck if you absolutely have to. But these guys sent me a picture. Look at this right here. These guys out there with some kids, showing the kids how to get this done. These guys are absolute fish slayers, guys. Look, boom, here we go. We got a steelhead. I like this one right here. You can clearly see. I'm not sure if I can zoom this in more. I don't think I can. Hopefully you can see it pretty well, guys. I guess I can kind of, that doesn't help none. We can really see the spin glow there inside that Chinook's mouth. I believe that's a Chinook. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That is.
We got another just banger of a steelhead right there. And I thought I had one more loaded in here that was a nookie. Maybe I don't. That's okay. They sent me a whole bunch of pictures, guys. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that these guys know what the heck they're talking about just on how many pictures got sent to me to load into the studio. So these guys are worth checking out. Hit them up on their Facebook, their Instagram, their TikTok. Sounds like you don't need to be afraid to reach out to them and ask questions. right? That's what they're trying to do. So show them some love, show them some support. You guys got a YouTube channel yet?
We're working on it. We got it situated. We got it set up. We're just trying to get some filming equipment and getting processed on some videos. So that's our next
step. Guys, keep a lookout for that too. I'm sure that if you follow them on their other social media aspects, when they get their YouTube all going, there will obviously be links for you guys to go and support them there. I can definitely say from my own personal standpoint that, look, I have a monetized Facebook. I have a monetized TikTok. I have a monetized YouTube. YouTube pays me the best. So support them and go check out their YouTube when they get it all set up, because, it's a beautiful thing, especially a group like this where they're helping people to just keep putting back into that group, because it's going to get more powerful, stronger, and better, and going to be able to just continue to help the next generation. So, okay. Is your guys' camera able to move? Can you go show everybody like how you would? Oh, I love it. Look, it's moving. I love it. Maybe show them how to cast this large setup and how they would prepare the rod,
For sure. So for one, you want to make sure all your leaders and all your spinning glows are spinning properly, right? And all your leaders are not tangled up, okay? Once that has happened, you want to have your weight sitting up above where you're going to cast from. Sorry, it's a rocky embankment here. So you kind of see how he's laying it out, right? So you got your weight in the sand. Okay, you got all your leader lengths are sitting proper, right? They're not tangled. All your three ways are all good to go. You want them sitting down like a little drop. And then out here on the sandy bar, you don't need to go too far out, so don't think you guys have to wing it out there. I've caught fish within 3 feet of the bank. You can cast 10 feet, 15. It's all personal preference on where these fish are, right? So you don't have to cast as far as you think you have to. So don't go and wing it out, because last time I did that, snapped off. Don't do that.
I find in a lot of circumstances, I was just literally out at Prineville Reservoir fishing for some trout in my area, met up with a buddy out there, and, the water level is rising, and those trout are smart enough to know that as the water is filling, that humans leave food behind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so they hang out in the shallows, and he hadn't caught anything. And I asked him, I said, how far are you casting out there? And he was like, as far as I can get it. And I'm like, oh man, you're casting past the trout. I pitched one out just like 10 feet in front of me and got hit immediately.
So how I like to do it when I first get out is I'll start close, really close, within 20, 30 yards out. And within about an hour, hour and a half, if you ain't seeing any results, any takedowns, anything like that, I'll start moving out. I'll bring it in. And then usually I'll have a line counter reel on here that will tell me the exact spot as it drops. And so if I bang a fish, say 80, what I'm trying to do is hit and generate in that same spot out there at 80 and trying to keep it close to where those fish are swimming in, and being able to bang another fish in that same spot. So I do also want to point out too, so you see the water, you want to kind of look for, it's called a seam, right? So right over here, there's a seam where that water's flowing a little heavier than normal, right? So you want to kind of find and mark that point, so that way when you go and cast, you're trying to go
either just inside of it or just outside of it, depending on where those fish are going to be sitting, right? So you got to kind of play that ear by ear.
Yeah. Like last year when I was catching a bunch of fish, I started in close and, you know, I was catching them, but then all of a sudden it turned off. And I was like, well, these fish must have moved deeper. So there's a photo in there of me and Braden holding up 4 fish. And those fish I found at 120 yards out there. That's winging it. Nope, that's me and Justin.
Oh, well, wrong one. Here, I'll find it.
That's another good picture, though.
That is a good picture. Those fish.
Oh, yeah.
Those fish right there. I mean, those were close-in fish. I mean, those were typically between the 60 and 80 range as you're casting.
You guys are holding 4 fish in the photo. Here's 4 fish.
And if I remember right, guys, that was on watermelons.
Yep.
So let me see.
Every single one of those nooks were on watermelons.
I think this is the right one. You tell me. Is that it?
That's the right one.
That's the right one. There it is, guys. See, these guys sent me so many fish pictures. They sent me another really good kids one that I want to pull up.
Yeah,
this is just the greatest photo in the history of Chinook salmon fishing. I'm gonna dub that the title of this one. Look at this, guys. Look at this. I mean, come on.
Yeah, he definitely did not want to put that fish down.
No, he is holding
that's
that
what it's
thing.
all, and that's what it's all about, guys. For Columbia River Plunkers, is, you know, we want to see the kids out here. I mean, definitely, you know, enjoying nature and not spending it on iPads and keypads and iPhones and everything like that. Like, we want to see them catching fish, banging fish, because this is our next generation, guys. And we want to pass down something that we were taught when we were kids.
Amen. Heck
You
yeah,
know?
man. I have a whole nother side brand that I do here in my local area called Central Oregon Fishing Report. I started that 10, 12 years ago. And at first it was just me and my best friend sharing information and helping people. And now it's this huge full-fledged community of all these local fishermen that just constantly help each other and get kids out and everything. And that is, it has turned into so much more than I ever could have dreamed of. And I wish everything to your guys' brand as well, that you see that level of success, getting those kids out there, man. Like that picture is worth more than a million words, or what do they say? A picture's worth 1,000 words, or what? That one's worth a million.
1,000 words, yeah.
So I also do want to point out too, so Columbia River Plunkers, once, you know, we're fully established and whatnot and get the proper, you know, stuff that we need, we would like to eventually become a nonprofit, right? So we want to take those and accept those donations to help that younger generation out in the future. So that way we can bring, you know, the knowledge, the wisdom, the gear, you know, the setups and everything that we use, you know, out here on the Columbia, plus in other different water bodies and tributaries, right? We want to share that knowledge with the youth. So
Now there's one more thing, and we got to go all the way back up that rock embankment. But there's other ways to set up these rods, not just the way I set mine up. There's other ways to set up rods, and I'm going to let Nate right here take over, and he's going to show you different ways to set up a couple different rods.
So this is Nate Davis.
Look at this, guys. These guys are out here in the field. Look, I'm lazy. I'm in the studio right here. I got the fire and everything. These guys are out in the field, man. I love it. All right, Nate.
All right, Nate.
We'll just go back up and I'll show you my setup.
We still got Kurt over there. He's not saying too much, but he's just sitting there making baits. How's it going over there, Kurt?
Well, I'll let you guys know. You focus on those guys because we're getting a wealth of knowledge. I can hear everything. Don't worry about me. Let's go to them. I got something special for you when they're done.
All right, Kurt's going to keep making baits. We're going to go back on over and check out this other setup that the Columbia River Plunkers boys got for us. Here we go. I think they're ready.
Oh, we're almost. It was tangled up.
Guys, if you're enjoying this live stream, definitely make sure to give it a like. It helps us out. The algorithm isn't the algorithm. The algorithm is people. And the more that people like, share, subscribe, things like that, YouTube gets super excited and it shows it to more people so we can get together with even more like-minded individuals and share awesome live streams like this. So on over to the setup. Let's do it.
So I run a 10.5 foot rod. I have 30-pound mono on, and my reel, it doesn't have a line counter or anything on it, but I run like a spreader bar. So you just tie right on to the main line, and then you branch off to your spinning glow. And then down at the bottom, you have like 2 feet down to a 12-ounce pyramid sinker. And you can do 3 off this. I usually do 2. Or I will run a quick fish on as well and just clip it onto the line. And I'll have like a bobber stop with a bead up here. And it will slide down the line with the current and stop. And sometimes that helps catch more fish too. But what I run for bait usually is I'll take some herring or tuna belly and I'll put that on here. And that's usually what I use.
All right. Okay. No fish, though. You guys have had rods in the water, right? Right now, the whole time we've been talking?
Well, no, I pulled my rod out just so I can show you guys.
I made you show everybody the setup. Look at that, guys. I made him pull. He's fishing right now, and I'm like, get it out. We got to show it to him.
You know, and I also got to say, too, is like you got some of these old-time fishermen that are like, hey, you can't show my setup. You can't show my setup. And I'll tell you what, as Columbia River Plunkers, we're here to help, and we're here to show you anything that we have on our rods. Guess what? You know.
That's right. I mean,
So
the reality.
If you guys got any questions or anything, feel free to reach out to us. I will help you any way I can to get you to get either your first fish, you know, or multiple fish,
Or even the first fish of the year, you know. We're here to help.
Yeah. So, I mean, hit us up.
Yeah, and I was going to say, well, 2 things really. One, right now in the live stream, you can write a comment and I can flash it up there on the screen and you can ask these guys anything. So if you have a question right now, don't hesitate to ask, first of all. Second of all, what was I going to say? What was the second thing I was going to say? I forgot. That's okay.
A lot of questions that, you know.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say.
All right,
Just like they were saying, guys, like realize that the mentality of the old timer that doesn't want to share, our generation of outdoorsmen and sportsmen is already so under attack. You know, every day there's legislation to try and stop fishing or hunting or, you know, from the, I'm just going to say it, the Karens of the world that want to believe that it's us abusing animals by going and doing this. And our breed is going to dwindle away if we are not willing to help each other. So again, major support to these guys for what they're doing. They're like-minded, just like me. It's all about helping other people. I remember there was a time in my life where all I wanted to do was catch a fish. And then I reached a point where all I wanted to do was see another person catch a fish. And I will tell you that when you adapt and you evolve to that point, there is no feeling like it, and you'll start passing the rod off a lot more often.
Now, another thing, guys, there's always questions on, oh, it's a cloudy day or it's a sunny day. Now, typically, I run dark colors on the cloudy days and run bait, and I will throw some scents on just to get it down the river, just to attract those fish to come in. On sunny days, I personally love to throw on the brightest colors that I can find. And sometimes I'll bedazzle it a little bit. I'll take a bead, put it right on top of my spin and glow, and then I'll take a smiley blade and I'll put it on the very top. And that adds a little bit more bling in the water to get those fish more attracted to it and hit, because once you're a fish and you just went across about 100 rods, I mean, if I was a fish personally, I'm going to attack the one that looks the most shiniest. So a little bit more bling in the water helps a lot.
Yeah, I was going to say, guys, I had this realization at one point that people are like fish. And I'll explain this. If you've ever gone to a grocery store and you've walked down a candy aisle and you've looked at how much, or maybe you've never noticed, and now that I'm saying something, I'm telling you, notice. Look at how much shiny, colorful, foil, flashy, right? And even when you walk down something like not the candy aisle, say the cereal aisle, you will notice that at the adult eye level, right, is all your like Wheaties and, all your healthy stuff. And then down at the kids' eye level is where you get the Lucky Charms and all this. And the same concept is happening there. Colors, shiny, flashy, a toy. And my point here is that, we've realized that, fish love that stuff and so do humans. And I was just tacking on to what Kevin was saying there that, trust your gut and your instinct that if you're like, man, I would eat this thing, the fish should probably eat the thing too. I mean, that's just a reality. And as far as for me, I like when it gets, not just plunking, any type scenario, whether I'm on the boat or I'm on the bank or I'm doing whatever. When I get in that cloudy type scenario, I usually go to like brasses and golds. And, that seems to be a bit more visible. And one that's often overlooked too is like really dark colors. Like when it gets dark works good. Like black, like it seems weird, like muddy conditions and stuff. Like you would, your first instinct is the hottest color I have. But the reality is that in the color spectrum world, especially for the fish's vision underwater, it's actually kind of the opposite. Like the darker the color, the better. And then, yeah, I mean, I agree with Kevin 1,000% that, boy, when those clouds peel back and you got that bluebird day and it is just sunny, I'm looking for the most like hottest splatter back fluorescent orange, like just the most juiciest thing I can find. I'm trying to use things that have like mylar blades that are super shiny. That's going to really get that fish's attention, because in that sunlight scenario, those flashes of light are going to get seen from a long ways away. And then they come to investigate and they see a hot pink, whatever, and they can't help it, So, but yeah, color selection. I have a video on my channel that's literally completely all about that. Just understanding the dynamic of how different fish see color than we perceive that they see color. And there's all kinds of videos on YouTube too that's fascinating, where people take color wheels and stuff like that. I just shared one the other day, and they actually take them down underwater on a camera and let you literally see what the color looks like at certain depths. But again, the cones in a fish's eye are even different than ours. So even that video is as close to what we can kind of comprehend of how that color is going to look at 100 feet deep, for example. But the fish's eyeball is also just different than our eyeball, you know. But again, I mean, guys, look, these guys catch the crap out of these fish. So if they say use a color, use that color. and they're also the type of guys where you can probably just send them a message before your adventure and say, hey, I'm going here. The weather's like this. What do you think I should use? They'll give you a good answer. And I'll bet you if you follow their advice, you might catch fish.
And I do got to say too, is like in different water bodies and different tributaries, right? You got people that we know that have that knowledge of that tributary. So if we don't know the answer, we can always reach out to those people and find out that answer for you from a trained professional, right? So
right. And again, there goes that community aspect right there. Whereas we grow together, we have the collective information together. Good point.
Yes, sir.
All right. I think we need to check up on Kurt. I see him looking at the camera.
No. I'm not ready for you yet. Go away.
Well, I do gotta say, so Kurt Sanders, right? He makes some pretty good bait himself. So,
yes.
Yeah, if you guys want to check out some killer baits, some awesome soft beads and everything, godsend, dude.
And go to godsendfishing.net.
Have you guys seen this one yet?
Phenomenal.
The Spinning Joe?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love these because I am a big, and again, pitch out there, guys. Godsend Fishing makes these, or I'm sorry, Godsend Fishing makes these. I have a bunch of their packs here. I got confused because Kurt's channel on YouTube is Godsend Adventures. So check them both out. You need to check out Godsend Adventures and you need to check out Godsend Fishing because Godsend Fishing makes these awesome products. And then we go out on Godsend Adventures and film these adventures with these amazing products. But my point before I get too distracted, this, I don't know how well we can see it, but it is, you know, I'm not going to say that it is a spin glow, because it is very different than a spin glow. And I have some spin glows here somewhere, but I'm not going to worry about it. It is very different than a spin glow. And the dynamic of the front of it is very, I would say, prop-like. Yeah, notice how the blades on a spin glow are kind of more to the side, if that makes sense. And again, it's kind of hard to see there, but these are all the way up at the very top. I don't know. They and tapered, as you can see there. They spin like a dream, but here's the big reason why you need to go over to Godsend's website and go buy some of these. They're like a soft bead. So one of the things that I don't like about a spin and glow, and a spin and glow has been around forever, and they've passed the test of time. There's no doubt about that. It's not that I'm hating on a spin and glow, but they are hard. And, you know, I'm going to have sharp hooks, and I'm going to hope that when the fish chomps on it that he's going to get stuck anyways. But if he doesn't, when they chomp a spin and glow, it's hard, and they're not likely going to come and chomp again. Okay. Now, this guy, on the other hand, is so soft and squishy that I can't, you know, when a fish bites this, they're like, what was that? And they want to bite it again. So definitely recommend that. And Kurt makes them in every different color. And I think this one might not even be like available yet, because I do get some sweet stuff from Kurt before he puts it out there for sale, because we got to go out and we got to test this stuff. And that's one important thing about that company too. And the reason why you should check them out. Kurt doesn't want to be producing every color to just go put it in a store,
and have a product line of every color. He wants the fish to do all of the talking, and he only wants to carry stuff that are proven tested by the fish. And he's not afraid to tell, like, a store, for example, if they were like, well, do you have yellow beads? Could I get some yellow beads? He'll be like, but the fish don't bite yellow beads. Here's 5 blends that the fish do bite. You know what I mean? And that's important to me, because there's a lot of companies out there that they just bang out colors and variants a dime a dozen, and they don't care if the fish don't catch them. They just want their distributors to carry every one of their blends, right? And it's important to me. So have you guys fished the spinning Joes yet?
No, so we haven't had the opportunity to fish the Spinning Joes, but it should be coming here shortly.
Yeah. And I mean, guys, when you get the Spinning Joe, you're going to just set it up just like your old Spinning Glow, where you're going to thread that guy right there on the line, and you're going to put yourself a few beads just to put some brace there. And I will say that this one that I am showing is a small one. This is for like our steelhead season. Kurt's come out with some bigger ones to entice those big old fat Chinook salmon, because that's what's going on right now. And those are coming out. He's probably not ready for us, but I'm going to ask him anyways. Kurt, are they on the website yet?
So here's the deal. Tonight, I decided that since the men decided to go ahead and stand out in the on the river there, as you guys were talking, he says, "Oh, we need more blades." So I just added more blades. So, hey guys, so Godsend has a policy that when somebody's out doing something good, we support that good. And what is going to happen is that I'm looking forward to my adventure coming up there. If I have to come up there for just a night and fish for 2 days, I'm doing it. And right now, I just nailed the first color, but we have 3 to choose from. Okay? And the Spinning Joe, he's correct. I won't send a bait out before I know it's catching fish. I don't catch fishermen, I catch fish. So, guys, would you like to see the Columbia River Fishing Forum's first Spinning Joe?
Oh, yeah. We are ready, Kurt.
You ready? All right, here
ready.
we go. So I talked with them today, and they told me, Kurt, we need something that's a little bit purple, a little bit dark. Did you guys all see that?
Oh.
What happened?
Oh, yeah.
I'm having technical difficulties. Stay right there, Kurt. I'm going to make you the only person on the screen so we can all see it really well, as big and large as we possibly can.
So can everybody see that now?
Yeah, we can see it. Let me bring them guys
guys.
back in. We can't hear them unless I bring them back in. There we go.
Okay. So guys,
Get a good look. Did everybody get a good look at it?
Yeah.
I'm standing here with the Columbia River Fishing Forum, very first Spinning Joe. What do I need to do to make it better?
Looks juicy to me.
Yeah, it looks way juicy.
Especially that clear blue, dude, that thing just screams herring is what it screams to me.
Mm-hmm.
Or kokanee,
a little bit of tuna belly.
Yeah. It looks like a predator wants to munch it. That's what it looks like.
It definitely does, Kurt. That looks amazing.
So I'll tell you what. When men get together and they do good things, we're going to always support that from Godsend Fishing. And I'll tell you what, since we named this lure after you, we will make a donation to get the stuff done that needs to be done there. I know that you men have something that you have in store, which I will not let out until you guys let it out. But we will have this up on the website tomorrow morning. If everybody wants to come in, This is called the Columbia River Fishing Forum. I would say salmon killer. We will get out, we will test it. I'm coming up that way. And if it needs adjustment, we will adjust it. But I think that when we put that red coon shrimp on behind this, I think it's done. So at this point right now, let's do a fundraiser for them because we need some price money for the government stuff. And let's get that done, guys. I will share this out to everybody to make sure that they see what you men are doing. And we're very proud of you. And Joshua, and thank you for hosting us tonight. What a great job that you do, brother.
My pleasure.
I think that this is one of those videos that everybody should understand what just happened right here. We want kids, instead of playing video games, being out fishing and living a life that they won't get addicted to drugs, they won't get addicted to violence, they'll get addicted to fishing. So, and this is in the outdoors. It's a place where they can always calm their head. It's a place where they can always calm their soul. Yeah, there's just nothing better than that kid with the fish, right?
That's right.
And there's dad teaching them and mom teaching them, right? So guys, let's make this happen. Let's do this fundraiser. I'm going to go back to shooting. You guys keep on. If you want to talk about what you want to do, you guys go ahead and do that. I'm going to keep on shooting.
All right, we'll see you later, Kurt. We'll see you later. Okay, guys.
All right,
Well,
so I do have one thing to say, right? So he mentioned the Columbia River Fishing Forum, right? So you have to go through Columbia River Plunkers Facebook page, right, in order to join the group, okay? So there's a little join group button that you click, and then as soon as you click or you follow the group, I go through at least once a day and invite everybody that has joined the group to be invited to that fishing forum. So that way you guys can make your posts on your fish that you caught, any questions, comments, concerns, what bait should I use in this water body, what bait should I use in this tributary, so on and so forth, right? We don't just fish the Columbia River. So if you have any questions on any other river here in Oregon or sometimes even Washington, always reach out. Facebook is the key place right now.
All right, guys. I was gonna say, just like Kurt was saying, let's try to support these guys. I got their email right here. I'm sure you can get a hold of them if you have like a donation. Maybe later I'll go set up like a GoFundMe. We can get some money into these guys' pockets so they can get some camera equipment, get things started. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you what, I'll do something really, really cool. I got an action camera a company sent me. I'm going to send it their way just to give it to them. Let them have an extra camera. I've got plenty of them here in the studio. So
and I'll tell you what, Joshua, too, you send us the camera. We get that film production for the people and for the viewers that like, comment, and subscribe, right? So the more active you are, the more chances that you guys have to either A, win something, right? B, be the top person of the week. We shout out every subscriber at least once a week to once a month. We like to give back, but we also like to receive information. So give me the information and I will give you information, right? So it's kind of how it works.
All right, guys. Well, we are just over an hour for the live stream here. These guys I can see in the background, is starting to get a little bit dark on them. Light is getting limited, and they are actually out there trying to catch a fish. So I'm going to give them their last little bit of light for them to focus and try and get one tonight. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Make sure to subscribe to In and On the Net. Make sure to go and subscribe to this way. Go and subscribe to these guys when they get their channel up. It's not up yet. They're currently on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. So make sure to go follow on TikTok, follow on Instagram, follow on Facebook. Do all of the above. Show them some love and support. We also had old Godsent Kurt with Godsent Fishing and Godsent Adventures. Make sure to go check him out. Go check out his website. Go subscribe to his YouTube channel. I think with that, we're going to say bye to the Columbia River Plunking Forum. Bye, guys. We'll see you later.
Bye, thank you.
Bye.
You're
Thank you,
very
Josh.
welcome. Glad to have you on the show anytime. Go catch a
Love to
fish.
be here. We will try. I mean,
All right. Okay, guys. So that is going to do it. I'm going to go inside the house, go hang out with my wife and kids because I love them very much. We're going to end this live stream. And as always, till next time, guys, we'll see you.